Hey everybody, Chris here with Santa's Laser Engraving. So I had watched a video earlier today with Laser Engraving 911 talking about the fire that someone had with their laser, and I had actually started to go out to work on cleaning mine up anyway, and just thought I would bring a different kind of perspective to what he was talking about. Being a former firefighter myself, one of the things that you have to, of course, look out after is any kind of buildup of soot and stuff like that. Everybody knows that creosote ends up being an issue in chimneys and stuff like that, so it's something else. So thought I'd jump on here right quick and show you a few photos of the before and after that I cleaned up my machine, and also just give you that little bit of information. As you can see, Santa's got some of his stuff up. He's got 7 trees. How many of you got going on? So you can see here that we've got a lot of pieces down in the bottom, as well as a lot of soot that was in the machine. This is towards the back of the machine, and just kind of looking everything over. Here's the blades that came off. I forgot to get the actual honeycomb before I cleaned it, but this is what the blades look like, and the aftermath of the cleaning. So then we had to take and, of course, vacuum everything out of the machine itself. And of course, clean the floor while you're at it. If you look, you can see the difference of where I've started to clean between the soot and where the actual clean area is as I drop the bed itself. Hey, if you get a minute, please like and subscribe for me there. I sure would appreciate it. Now let's get back to this cleaning. This is it cleaned up. And I've started to clean the gantry and put the blades back. You can see the rag here as we were degreasing everything. With the soot being in there like that, you get that kind of build up, and it could potentially be a fire hazard. Time to actually start working on the nozzle. So when we first took the nozzle off, you can see the lens in there, and from this point of view it doesn't look too bad, but you look at this side where it faces the material, and you can see the haze from it as the soot and stuff has begun to build up on the actual lens itself. So this can start to lose power in the actual machine. While some people will actually use alcohol to clean their lens, I end up using what the eye doctor gives you for your glasses, along with the cloth that they give you on top of that. I think it's a little better as far as not causing scratches. So once we got the lens cleaned, of course you can see the reflection in the actual lens itself. So it's a good indication that your lens is still in pretty good shape. And you can see a little bit of the soot on the nozzle right here, but luckily with the air assist I have, it gets very little. Even though the lens had accumulated some over time, overall it was very minimal. So the nozzle and the lens is all put back together, and then I put them back in the machine. And this is the honeycomb after I'd got it clean. As I stated before, I didn't get any of it before we started cleaning it, but this is the one thing that you need to look at the most, because the honeycomb itself actually traps some of that soot in between each one of those cells. So over time it could potentially build up and become an issue. We know we get flashback every once in a while as the laser beam goes through and then reflects off of there. So if it reflects enough, it could potentially, and I say potentially, it could potentially cause issues. And here it is installed back in the machine, and just a view down as much cleaner inside those honeycombs. Also cleaned the cover on the outside along with the window so you can see a little better in there. So now that that's all done on the machine itself, it's time to do a little more maintenance. So I use these little microfiber type Q-tips, I guess is what you could call them, to actually clean the mirrors inside the machine. And you can see on this one that there's no soot visible, so I had very, very minimal on the mirrors itself. And this is probably the one area that's forgot more than any other part of cleaning the machine. you actually need to clean those glass tubes off some. The more soot that you get on them, you can start to build even more heat up inside the tube as it's working. So make sure you open the back up, take and clean those tubes out real good as far as the outside, and then around them just in general cleaning. So everything's together, we'll run a little coaster here.